Not cool.
They'll be like, what is
Exactly.
that is funny.
Awesome. Okay, that image mate. Yeah, it's gonna make me do it twice because you know it can. Yeah, that. So apparently I've been pocket sending things to other.
Good morning, faculty and staff. This is just a reminder that we'll be having a fire drill this morning. Please make sure your children and you all have your coats on and be prepared. Thank you.
Yeah. So if you have a coat, we go in 30 minutes outside. Stop the talking, okay? All right, source one. The whole of this first winter was a period of unprecedented hardship. Unprecedented means not seen before. So this COVID thing we've had this year where we got sent home
Never experienced before.
by us. It's happened before, several times in history, but never happened to us before. Virtual learning, unprecedented, because there was no virtual learning in 1908. Okay, so unprecedented means never experienced before. The whole of this first winter was a period of unprecedented hardship and suffering for the settlers at Plymouth. The weather was far more severe than what they had seen in England. The disease the pilgrims had contracted while on the ship was aggravated by the colds that they caught in their search for their new home. This caused a great number of deaths. In 4 months, a total of 44 people had died. Now keep in mind, that's Plymouth. That's source one. Source two, colonists in Jamestown settled next to a swamp which contained mosquitoes that carried malaria. At the same time, the temperature was very warm and a drought made it very difficult for settlers to survive in the colony. Growing their main crop, maize, also known as corn, was very difficult due to the lack of water. Lack of clean water also led to fatal consequences for the settlers. Settlers would dump their trash into the river, causing, and here's a word you've never heard, dysentery, which was a disease that caused severe diarrhea due to an infection in the intestines. Of the 104 citizens that had established in Jamestown at the end of the year, about half were dead due to the diseases that had infected them. That's Jamestown. So go to number one. There's a typo. Here's my pencil. Number one, there's a typo. Letter B, the climate, cross out allowed. The climate increased the chances for diseases to spread amongst the colonists. Okay, so let me read this whole question to you. Number one, based on source one and source two, how did climate impact the settlements at Jamestown and Plymouth? Remember, the top one was Plymouth, the bottom one was Jamestown. A, the warm climate increased the numbers of malaria-infected mosquitoes. B, the climate increased the chances for diseases to spread amongst the colonists. C, the cold climate was more severe than England, causing the colonists to die. Or D, the climate made it hard for colonists to grow food. Bubble in, color in the bubble you think is right. Remember your first and last name to be at the top of the page.
First, middle, and
No, just first and last. Jolie's big brother. Number 2, based on source 2, which is that bottom one. Which statement most likely explains why the colonists died of so many diseases at Jamestown? A, diseases caught on ships crippled the colony, almost cutting the population in half. B, the warm temperatures in Jamestown allowed long periods without rain. C, Jamestown was built next to a swamp with mosquitoes that had malaria. Or D, colonists did not have a good source of clean drinking water and did not have enough water to grow crops. There are 2 answers that are okay. One of them is really good. One is better than the other. You need to choose the one that is better than the other. Remember, we're talking about the bottom source. Go back into the text and read to make sure you are clear which source says what.
paper with anything over there.
I know I've got stuff on top of them.
Wait, is the window open?
It's too hot without it. Okay, FYI, each question is worth 2 points, so this is worth 4 points. There's only 2 questions on the test prep, okay? All right, everybody done? Okay, so we're going to this page. Okay, I'm gonna get each person a piece of notebook paper. You're gonna need scissors and a glue stick. I don't need talking. Do not need talking. All right, everybody should have their own scissors. No talking. Go sit. I'm passing them out. Go sit. I don't want people's hands all rifling through. All right, keep mine. Raise the call. One that I gave you earlier this year. Pop that. Who needs a glue stick? No. Don't need talking. I just need a hand in the air if you need a glue stick. There. Okay, so what we're gonna do is use your scissors to first cut the bottom of this. Okay, see where that dotted line is? Cut the bottom off. Okay, cut it off. So you have that half. Got it? Okay. Then I'm going to cut along these black lines. I'm not cutting inside them because I don't want to cut off any words. I'm cutting along the black lines. Can y'all see this? Not inside the boxes, but along the black lines. Cutting out the set that talks about Jamestown first. I'm leaving the other set alone. See, putting that to the side. The one at the top that talks about Jamestown. What I was just saying, Bryson. See how I left the bottom alone? The top is cut out. About Jamestown. The one at the top. The one at the top. Allie, you're cutting the one at the bottom. The one at the top. The one about Jamestown. Yeah, the top one. Yes. Okay. Everybody got that all cut out? Okay. Then we're going to cut along the black lines that separate each question, so that we have 3 different questions. Okay. We are not cutting any words. We're cutting along the black lines. We're not making a mess of this. Y'all, mine are cut right down the lines. Okay. Then I'm going to write my name at the top of my page, the notebook page. I know you're shocked. My name is Mrs. Vandiver. Okay. Shocker, right? No? First one I'm going to glue on is explain how geography impacted the survival of the settlement at Jamestown. And then I'm going to glue that to that top line. See it? It's not diagonal. I made it straight. Please don't make yours diagonal, because you're going to have to answer that question under it. I wouldn't suggest you glue it over the computer, or you're going to accidentally be typing on your computer. Believe me, Mila likes to do that accidentally on purpose all the time. Not glue, but type on my computer. Well, you're going to have to pull up the articles in a moment, so I wouldn't do that. There you go. She rips my keyboard saver. I have a silicone keyboard saver on top of it, a keyboard cover. She rips it off all the time and starts typing. And she loves it. She thinks it's a great game.
Yeah, it's a fun game, right?
For her. Mm-hmm.
I bet you love it for you.
Exactly.
You love letting her have fun. Yes. In her own sort of way.
All right. Has everybody got that top question glued on? And it's not diagonal. Should not be diagonal. Do I like her having fun? I don't know. Look and see. That's me tickling her. So you tell me. Yeah. No, that's in my car.
You said yeah.
That's an AT&T when I was getting my son's car phones. He spun around in the car in the seat. So yeah, we like her to have fun. All right, has everybody got the top one glued on? Because after the top one is done, it's pretty straight, then the other ones are easier. Getting that top one on. And your first question should be, explain how the geography impacted the survival of the settlement at Jamestown. Make sure that's the first question up there. Then pull it up and put the right one. Okay, the next one. Explain how the climate impacted the survival of the settlement at Jamestown. Put your glue on the back of that one.
This one's kind of easier because it's like
Just the right width. And we're gonna skip 2, 3, 4 lines. 4 lines should be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, and then put that one
we're
there.
gonna put it on the 5th one.
Yes. Okay. Obviously, I don't want a paragraph here. Okay.
Yeah, that's not
Well,
enough.
on the next page, they wanted a paragraph, and I honestly don't want to grade any more paragraphs.
Thank you. Yeah, you're awesome.
I graded enough paragraphs last night until 9 p.m. Kind of done with paragraphs this
You
week.
have fun?
No,
I know.
my husband went to sleep waiting on me. He's like, "Are you done yet?" Nope. I was like, "You can help." He said, "Nope. Looks like you're having enough fun by yourself. Have fun."
I didn't sleep all night because my dog kept on whining because they wanted to go out.
Yeah, mine kept putting her face on me like, "Are you done yet?" Nope. But amazingly enough, Cookie would not help me grade. All right, so we're going to skip 4 more lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 5th line, this next one's going to go there. And this one takes up 2 lines. Remember, keep it straight. How did the people at Jamestown adapt to the climate and, geography and climate, allowing them to survive? We had a choice to either hand copy all these questions or cut and glue. I thought you might appreciate the gluing and cutting.
I don't want a hand copy.
All right, once you have those done, let's cut out the bottom section of the questions. Same way, cut on the outer edges of the box. And then cut on the 2 lines between each question too, okay? Remember, don't cut your words, otherwise you're gonna have a hard time reading them. When you're all done, throw away your trash. Yes. This time we're going to skip 5 lines and glue it on the 6th. Yes. You dropped your trash on the floor, Maya.
We start from the very beginning one, like the first one.
Yes. So your first question is explain how geography impacted the survival of the settlement at Plymouth. But again, you're going to skip 5 lines and glue on the 6th for this one. That way you have an extra line in between. See, look, Bryson, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th, you're going to put this one. Explain how the climate. I can't read that from there. Look, look. Explain how the geography impacted the survival.
Yeah, this is kind of fun.
Mhm.
Thank you for not making us have to write.
You're going to write the answers, but they're not paragraphs.
Whatever, they're only 3 sentences.
Correct.
Like a paragraph.
No.
So 3 sentences is not like a paragraph.
Paragraph's 5.
2 more sentences. Topic sentence, 3 detail sentences, and a conclusion.
All right, so your last sentence on this page is explain how the climate impacted the survival of settlement at Plymouth. You should have 3 lines underneath it to answer. Flip over to the back. Couple lines of glue stick back here. And that's for this last question, the one that takes up 2 lines, goes. How did the people at Plymouth adapt to the geography and climate, allowing them to survive? Yes. Okay. Everybody had their paper set up? All right, if you're done with my scissors, hold them up. Okay. All right, any more here the scissors to go?
Any more?
Scissors, scissors. All right, 6. No. All right, any more glue sticks? Any more. Throw away your trash, my friends. Thought I borrowed out. That's how important it is to that.
Wait.
All right, is that all the glue sticks? No? Is that all mine? All of that. All right, guys, make sure you threw away your trash. Bless you. Okay, so we're gonna go to our content source, which is, wow, not there, course modules. Survival in Jamestown, page 1. Click on your module, Survival in Jamestown, page 1. Maybe some year it will load. Modules. Survival in Jamestown, page 1. Has everybody clicked it? Survival in Jamestown, page 1. So if you look at the first image, Jamestown is indeed a triangle. You see the houses on the outside next to the fence line.
Supposed to be shared.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Wasn't coming up at first. There we go. Share. Okay, can you see it now, Megan? All right, I need that
Yes,
top
ma'am.
off. Like immediately. Okay, so we see the boat at the small wharf that they built so that they can get supplies in and out. Okay. Survival in Jamestown. Just FYI, in 9 minutes, we're going to disappear for a few minutes. We have a fire drill outside in this cold, drizzly weather. So we're going to be gone for just a few minutes. Okay, Megan? Lisa's not.
Okay.
All right. By mid-May 1607, the early Jamestown settlers realized that weather in their new land was very different than weather in England, their homeland. Summer in England had little humidity and few bugs. Summer in Jamestown, with tropical humidity and oppressively high temperatures, bred mosquitoes and biting flies. And winters, as the settlers soon discovered, were as cold as the summers were hot. Settlers for the longest time could not understand the climate of the region. They did not know how to grow the crops they had brought from England on these new lands. Some Native Americans had described the area around Jamestown as waste ground because they knew it was difficult to find fresh water there. Unable to grow crops, the colonists started to run out of food and starvation set in. The colonists were so weakened from sickness, it was reported they could hardly stand. It was written that most died from famine, meaning they starved to death. But the major killer was more likely polluted river water, full of slime and filth, which led to salt poisoning, dysentery, which was that really common intestinal illness, and typhoid. which was another waterborne illness. Remember, I told you about a lot of people worldwide to this day dying of not having fresh water. And an epidemic swept the settlement and left half the 104 men and boys dead before the end of September. Only about 50 survived as winter approached. The colony was on the brink of collapse. Instead of fighting with the weakened Englishmen, the Native Americans brought the colonists food that saved their lives. In January 1608, 8 or 9 months after leaving Jamestown, Captain Newport returned with new immigrants. They discovered that only 38 of the original settlers had survived, and only 10 were physically able to work out of the original 104. By the summer of 1608, John Smith and Captain Newport were able to trade with the Native Americans enough corn for the colony to last through the rest of that winter and early spring. John Smith reported that the settlers did you see where it said next at the bottom of the page? Click next. Has it popped up on everybody's page?
Yes.
Built a blockhouse at the entrance of the island, experimented with glass making, and planted 100 acres of corn. Guys, that's a big area. Conditions at this new Jamestown seemed to improve when John Smith became president in September of 1608. In August of 1609, more than 300 new colonists, including women and children, arrived tired and hungry to the colony. At this time, a serious drought engulfed the area that caused sickness, disease, and malnutrition. The colony was brought to the brink of extinction. Malnutrition means people that were very sick from not having adequate food and water, and you can die from malnutrition. During the spring of 1613, so that's 4 years later, the colonists and the Native Americans of the region finally came to an agreement. Both sides could now plant their corn, fish, hunt, and live in peace without the continual worry of attack. In April 1614, Pocahontas married John Rolfe, allowing the two peoples to pay proper attention to the abundance of the land. And that's them farming. John Rolfe experimented with the planting a new variety of tobacco, a mild Spanish leaf, which he anticipated would be more suited to English tastes than the bitter Native American variety. He not only learned how to raise this new type of plant that was well suited to the climate and soils of the region, Rolfe also developed a new way to harvest and cure the tobacco, so it could be transported to England without spoiling. After a couple of years, he had great success and was busily marketing his crop among English merchants. Virginia colonists quickly gave up all other products to meet the demand for tobacco in England. Production increased phenomenally in the 1620s and became readily available for mass consumption in England. Okay, so look, this is how you go back to Jamestown, page 1, by hitting previous. This would be how we go to Plymouth, which we're not ready to go to. That's how you get back to page 1. You need to answer the 3 questions about Jamestown, your top 3 questions on your page. Got it? Start working. Start working. We've only got 2 minutes until we leave. Start working. Yes, the first 3 questions. Dysentery used to be a really common killer of people. Not having access to fresh water is still a major killer in the world today. Skip it, go to the next, but it's all in there. All the questions are in there.
What did you say earlier?
What?
About the water?
It's right there on the screen. Dysentery and typhoid. Those are infections of the intestines, and they come from non-clean drinking water. In about a minute, we're going to hear the fire drill go. Last person out, you're going to have to shut my door. I've got to lock it before we go. Okay. The last person has to pull it shut. All right. Bless you. Times 2. If you have a jacket, grab it. Cold. Not talking. Excuse me. Excuse me. snippet. You're busy with your writing. Get busy. That's why I'll break fast. Okay, back to logging in like I was trying to do earlier. Oof. These are being graded for accuracy, so make sure you correctly answer these questions.
So you want us to write 3 sentences?
2 sentences will suffice.
Okay, I'll write 2.
Everybody heard that, right? 2 sentences each question will be just fine.
But what about
If you need 3 sentences to answer, that's fine, but 2 is enough for me. Just answer the question accurately.
you want me to do the 4? I mean,
We'll let you guys vote. Do you want me to wait 10 minutes and then have me read to you the Plymouth article? Or do you want to read on your own the Plymouth article and go ahead and do those last 3 questions on your own?
read on 10 minutes.
Okay, if you want me to read it to you in 10 minutes, raise your hand.
We won.
Okay, so at 9:18, I will read it to you.
What about
That's 8 people. That's more than, I only have 7 more people in my class. Okay, here's the thing though. You're going to use your time wisely because I have to take you guys down to the cafeteria at about 9:30 or so to go middle school cafeteria to take the Christmas pictures. So you have to use your time wisely. Got it?
Okay.
Get your work done.
The other people do it yesterday.
Daniel's class did yesterday. I have to photograph your class and my homeroom today because we're taking the background down today. Joanna, is that all your work on the floor? Innocent, I never got your paragraph yesterday. Okay, you have to finish it after we get everything else. So these questions are going to be worth 2 points each. So the assignment's worth 12 points and the test prep's worth 4. So you get 16 points total today. Bless you. Just FYI, dysentery, the cause of it is Shigella. It is caused by an amoeba, and it's still common in the developing world. It's still very common. It still kills people. Approximately 140 million people get it each year, and about 500,000 people die from it each year. This year, that's how many people die from it. So it's still common. 25,000 to 30,000 cases occur every year in the United States. Freshwater amoeba. Someone help them. and read this last article. It's only one page. What you can do if you're already on Jamestown page 2 is you can click next. Okay. And that will take you to Plymouth page 1, and there's only one page of it anyway. Oh, Canvas, work. I know it's a humid day outside, but you can work. I know you can. You can do it. Okay, so that's supposed to be a picture. It's an idealized, romanticized picture of the first Thanksgiving. From readings that I did, actually on Thanksgiving Day, the first Thanksgiving most likely did not include a turkey. It probably had deer and pheasant. Thanksgiving actually was brought back to life by Abraham Lincoln right after the Civil War ended. It was a way of bringing the country back together because the Civil War split our country in two. So the original Thanksgiving was Native Americans coming, actually responding to this. Okay, great, go sit so I can teach. So Europeans, British, in fact, shot off several guns, like quite a few of them. And apparently it was meant to scare away Native Americans and say, look at all our weaponry. And Native Americans came with their weapons to say, but we have weapons too. And well, instead of it being like a standoff and saying, look at our weapons, no, look at ours, they ended up all bringing their food out and feeding each other. So it ended up being a friendly thing, and they fed each other. It ended up being a friendly thing, which was good. They shared food together. They shared their harvest. It started off weird, but it ended up being a friendly term, which was a good thing. Okay, so let's read about survival in Plymouth. Never heard about Speedwell before. After the Speedwell was found to be unseaworthy, 102 pilgrims led by William Bradford crowded aboard the 106-foot-long Mayflower and set sail for America on September 6, 1620. Remember, we found out the Mayflower was actually a rented boat. Oh. After 2 difficult months at sea, land was sighted on November 9th off the coast of Cape Cod. Having sailed from the port of Plymouth in England, the pilgrims decided to name their settlement Plymouth Colony. And they weren't even supposed to land at Plymouth. They were trying to land in Virginia. Battered by 2 major storms, the pilgrims had to stay aboard the Mayflower, ferrying back and forth to shore while building shelters to house their new settlement. During the first winter, the pilgrims were not able to grow enough food because of the extreme cold. This led to starvation and disease to run throughout the colony. In that first winter, 45 of 102 passengers died. By March of 1621, the settlers finally settled at the location of Plymouth. The soil at Plymouth was very sandy and stony, which made it very difficult for the pilgrims to grow crops that could produce enough food. Unlike the colonists at Jamestown, the pilgrims developed good relations with the Native Americans. In the fall of 1621, the pilgrims shared a harvest feast with the Native Americans of the region, known as the Poconokeets. Never heard that one before. This meal is now considered the first Thanksgiving dinner, and it is the basis for the Thanksgiving holiday. Excuse me. Over the next few years, the Native Americans helped teach the pilgrims how to survive in the New World. Native Americans taught the pilgrims how to plant corn in the sandy soil, which became an important crop, as well as where to fish and hunt beaver. So what the Native Americans apparently taught them was, and it isn't in this passage, but I've read it in other things that I've taught my students before. Native Americans taught them to take a little bit of fish, break it up, put it in the soil with the corn, and it would fertilize. Native Americans.
So where did they live? Like,
Plymouth. They landed at Plymouth.
so it's like the neighbor.
Yeah, it was like a fertilizer. They taught them to put a little bit of fish, like the scales of the fish, into the soil next to the corn, the seed, and it would fertilize and keep fertilizing, keep providing food for the corn. And the Native Americans taught them that. They also taught them where to fish and hunt beaver. The Pilgrims used the resources in the surrounding regions as sources of food that allowed them to survive. Though Plymouth would never develop as robust an economy like Jamestown, agriculture, fishing, and trading made the colony self-sufficient within 5 years after it was founded.
So the Pilgrims had no idea what they were doing.
They were not prepared for the soil. They thought they were going to be able to farm bringing the seeds they brought from England, and they did not know the soil was going to be so different.
How many dollars again? 42?
It's in the article. Stop asking me to give you the answers. Go into your text, okay? So answer your questions in the text, and in 7 minutes, we're going to go down to take pictures. Who all is going with Miss Doty today? Oh yeah, 9:30, we're going down to take pictures. Let me make a list of my first ones I need to photograph.
That'll take 14 minutes.
All right, I need the talking. Talk and stop. So with Doty goes Kayla. Kayla, you go with Doty. Who else goes? Ricardo. Okay, put your hand down, Ricardo. Maya. Hunter. Aaliyah. Joanna. Okay. Those are gonna be the first people that I photograph.
What?
Everybody's getting photographed. Those will be the first ones I do.
Really?
All right, answer your questions, okay? You have a question? Hello.
Did someone help them? Go back to your bed. You answered all the questions, and your name is on the top, first and last name. I need that along with your test prep, which means I need your booklet with your name on it and bring it to me. Leave it open to your very quickly. We got 1 minute till we go, guys. I'm closing this. Where are your questions? How did that impact survival supplements? What was there at Plymouth? What was there? What about the land? You have to answer all the questions. You have to answer them. Answer the questions. What do you think that we put those questions there for, Hunter? Just a cutting and pasting activity. And I was just reading because it was just a fun exercise to do. All right, guys, let's line up. Quietly. What is it? If you have a hat or headband or whatever, grab that. Like I said, I'm taking your Christmas pictures down in front of the Christmas backdrop. Don't be talking, just put them on. Guys, push. Push. Come on, lined up. I'll be in a hurry. I need you guys to be in a hurry also. Hunter, you're gonna pull a zero because you're not gonna have time to do this during enrichment. I mean, during RTI. Straight line, low back. No. To the right. Last person at the door.
Miss Vanderburg. Miss Vanderburg. Miss Vanderburg. Miss Vanderburg.
Get your books, line up. Hush. Books, line up. Books, line up. Come on. Come on, yeah. Come on. Stop the talking. Let's go. Come on, Maya. Okay. Morgan, go.
Good night, Evan.
Hi, this is Heather Vandiver. I've had a lot of muscle pain for about a week and a half or so. And I called about a week ago and I thought at the time that it was related to a seizure medicine that I was taking and was told to call my neurologist. So I did, and my neurologist adjusted my seizure med. I saw my neurologist yesterday. She doesn't think it's related to the seizure medicine. And with it having been a week and a half, and I've been tested for COVID, I've been tested for flu, I've been tested for strep, I'm still having muscle pain. 12/11/74. Vandiver, Vandiver. Yes. Yes. What's that? Oh, 8 days ago. Yes. She doesn't have anything after 2. Okay, let me take the 2 o'clock and I'll see if I can get somebody to cover for me. If I can't, I guess I'll have to call back and cancel it. 'Cause I'm a teacher and I'm at work right now, and right now it's really hard to get people to sub, especially a half day. Okay, who is it with again? Okay, thank you. You too. Hey, I'm sorry to call, but I've only got a couple minutes, so I thought it'd be faster to call. I need to see my doctor because I'm still having these muscle issues, and the latest they can see me is 2 o'clock. I told them to make an appointment and I could cancel if I needed to. Is there any way that someone could cover me? Because that's like an hour and 15 minutes a day.
Okay, what time do you have to leave?
I would have to leave about 1:45.
I will have to look, 'cause I don't know, because we got hectic covering lunches, and
Right.
I will have to look and see.
Okay.
And I'll be, right.
Okay.
Give me just a few minutes, and I will try to get back to you.
Okay. All right. Like I said, I already told them I'm a good chance I have to call and cancel. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, bye. Right.
I need to take my favorite hat. Seems comfy.
Not gonna send it to somebody else.
Strangers.
All right.
Yeah, that'll be amazing. Oh, they're gonna Never said stranger.
All right, now, Holly, can sit down with her. All right, guys, quiet. Never had one of these before. After some kids made me go a mile and a half today, I feel the need to it. Well, sure. Probably all fault.
Are you our fault when we have to it's whoever wanted us to take the pictures.
Well, it's y'all's Christmas present, actually.
What is boba? Do you know what boba is?
Boba is this, they're these little balls you drop in this tea.
Are you able to eat them? What are you doing? It's called boba tea. Are you able to eat them? Oh, you are? Yeah. Is that why she's drinking?
Nope, this is Grinch tea.
Grinch tea?
Okay, guys, quiet. Work done today, okay?
I don't want to know this.
Bring it in your test prep packet to me. Have a seat.
What?
Okay, let me sit. That was for my homeroom students, so they would know how many students are in the homeroom in case they wanted to bring treats for Friday's party. Because I have 21 kids, but currently 2 are home on virtual learning, so I have 19 kids. Yes, and I also need the handwritten page. All right, I need quiet, please. Thank you. Haley, have a seat, please. Quiet. Thank you.
It's too big on me.
What? No, it's cute. All right, I need my friends quiet, okay? Get your work done. How many of you have finished all of your work for me? Do you still have your coloring sheets from yesterday? Have you finished it?
No.
Finish it. There. What helped them too long? All right, I need people to not talk. In the text, y'all. Yes. Yeah, you're almost done. Keep going. Okay. I could give you a different one to color.
I should work on my RPI.
Or you could work on your RPI pack.
Get another
Which one were you coloring? Land. Logan. Timber. Allie. Go again. Oh, here's your cover page, Allie.
Oh, yeah, I know what Logan. Here. Come on, Logan.
Absolutely.
Go down and get me right here. You went.
Well, we had someone down there for dance line dancing for us behind my back when we're taking pictures.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his shirt has a belt on it.
Oh, we're not supposed to have bells?
No, she was making fun of him because he had bees on his mask. I'm like, I mean, you're down there jingling. Kobe put bells on our front doors. Every time we open the door to let Cookie out in the bathroom, we hear bells.
That's cute. Now you know where to leave the house.
Yeah, we know when Cookie's going out.
It's actually a really good way to make sure no one gets in the house and they're not supposed to. And you can stay if you trust to sneak out. I was gonna wear a hat, a green and red hat like yesterday, but I looked it in my phone.
I thought this would be more comfortable in my hat, but no, this is tight.
Am I old?
This fit Mila, that she told me.
I wear it today for a party and we'll be at my old school on Halloween, our bus driver had an axe through her head, like a fake axe.
All right, guys, quiet, because I am trying to grade these, and I'd hate to misgrade. Michaela. So far, nobody's got both of the questions on test prep correct. I've only got 2 more to grade.
Have you graded mine yet?
No, I've got Kaylee's and Bryson's. Which means everybody else needs to, if I haven't graded yours yet, they need to be done. Well, I mean, Kaylee's is next.
Yeah.
I've graded 2 zeros on the test prep so far. Kaylee. Nobody's got it right yet, so don't tell anybody. You hear me?
Got it.
Don't tell anybody.
Has anyone got one right?
Yeah, several people got one right.
What was that?
Right now, I'm still grading, so
Maybe that means I should check back my answers.
Bryson. So far, absolutely everybody in the class has made an F on the test prep. On the questions, yes. I have 2 people that made D's on the questions and everybody else made A's.
What was that?
Not the people you would think. Michaela made an A on the questions, Allie made an A on the questions, Bryson made an A on the questions, and Kimber made an A on the questions.
I made an F.
No, you didn't, you made a D.
I made a 0. What? Mine is a 0 out of 4.
That's test prep.
Mine is a 0.
Everybody in here so far has failed the test prep, because if you miss 1 out of 2, that's an F. If you miss 2 out of 2, that's an F.
I got 0.
I know. 'Cause everything's worth equal.
Can you tell me what, okay.
I'm not giving out the correct answer on the test prep, so everybody turned in. Get your work done. Okay? I can't tell you this. This is only for you guys to know. I don't want other classes to know this. Where your grade gets stuck today is what it's going to be stuck on until we come back. Understand me?
Are we able to get on Zoom while we're gone? Like do work?
Or who it is.
Because I'm still on the C and I'm still on the floor.
Guys, quiet, because I have to go to five here. Oh. Oh. All right, be quiet. I can't listen to people. Right. What? Your other teachers didn't have to have all that room for science experiments. I do. What? Fridays when we get out, I have to have room to do science experiments. We've discussed that before, and I just said it. You gotta listen, Kaylee. Is it like cured or is it raw? Like my reindeer skin is it's processed so that it's not gonna come apart. Kaylee, turn around, stop talking, please.
It won't come apart.
What is it?
It won't come apart.
Is it chemically processed so that it doesn't smell bad?
No, not.
I would love for you to bring it, honestly. Absolutely love it. Do you have something to put in so you're not like bringing it on the bus or whatever?
Yeah.
See, I have a big custom made bag for mine. Long, and it opens up on both ends, and then it drawstrings up. All right, those of you who just returned, I need your work. So make sure your name is on your notebook paper and make sure your name is on your packet and turn it in, please. Otherwise, I could just put zeros in. Innocente and Jordan, I need your work also. Those of you returning, I need your work because it's time to switch classes. I can put zeros in or you can hand in your work. Okay, nothing. I need the pack too. I need your pack. I need this work first. I don't know who's sulfing, but you need to quit. Innocente, where's your pack? Ava, last name. What? It doesn't matter. Something's better than zero on 2 assignments. What? No, I want each person to do their own hand sanitizer. Bye. Oz, did I get everybody's work?
Yes.
Maya, what about yours? Ricardo, did I get yours? I need yours. I need the talk and stop. No, ma'am. I need the rest of your pack. Now go get my stapler because I've got to staple it all back together now. Stop the talking. Stapler, second drawer down, Maya. Maya, second drawer. Drawer. Yes, that one. Open, blue stapler. Yes, ma'am. Bring it to me. Something's better than nothing. Can you bring one out? Maya, you never did put your name on your work. Ricardo, where's your pack? I gotta have both of them. Gotta have your pack and your the things that we cut out. There you go, buddy. Okay, do I have everybody's work now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Yes, please do. Quiet. Let's go, but we don't need to be real noisy and bossy with each other. Be polite. Have a good day, Ricardo. And thank you for giving me such a huge smile over the other teachers are like, oh, man, that is so cute. I said, I know, right?
Jennifer, are you ready for me to come in?
Yes, go ahead. Your table's cleaned.
Well, someone helping me. So I wasn't not prepared. Get my laptop and then what?
Help me if I get the laptop.
Huh?
This is help if I get the laptop.
Everything out.
Adrian is my son. That's my oldest son. He's in the military. He's 23 or 24. Alternate, yes. Let me give you my husband's number. Guys, if you could give me just a moment, I'm very sorry, but I need to get this package. Go ahead, pull up your computer, Canvas, social studies. Correct, CRAI. 318-518-5305. Five, 8, 152. I'm not allergic to acetaminophen, Amavig, Botox, Emgality. I don't know if Cipro is still on there, but I can take Cipro now. Guys, is this class section P7? P6, okay. Sorry, I also teach virtual while teaching physical kids. No. Yes. Yeah. Possible, but they're migraine related.
Are you just more? Because now I be trying to look real fast for the first one.
Any what?
Yeah, I be rolling.
No. Possible exposure from a teacher. The kid's home on quarantine now. I've been tested 8 days ago and I was negative.
I'm sorry.
If she could call me back after she's saying it's great. All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Is that you, doctor?
That was for another medical service.
Randall, has Mr. Broadway turned in work or submitted anything online?
Nothing. Has he for you?
That's what I'm about to email Daddy about. I'm about to close out my grade.
I have to actually notify another parent because Miss Sparks said she wants to be consistent and she wants all the teachers to be across the board the same and set our deadline at Friday afternoon for all of our 4th grade. Just, because we have one kid in my homeroom where the mom keeps asking to extend our deadlines, and I had said, I'll keep them up for the whole 9 weeks. We teachers don't want to keep getting assignments through the, so Spark suggested make your cutoff Friday. I'm like, that sounds good, for not receiving stuff during Christmas break. Sorry guys, I had to take that call. That was another medical service. Wasn't my doctor. It's you guys have heard me say Epsom salt baths sometimes make you feel a lot better.
Yes.
That's magnesium.
Oh.
That was for magnesium taken a different way.
sometimes it's different kinds of treatments that make you feel better. So that's what that was for. That was for what they would call adjunct treatment. That's what that was all about. And it was funny. She had my son's phone number, not my husband's. So she called my poor son, who knew nothing about this, and was talking to him apparently. Before she called me. Adrian. He had no clue. He didn't know. All right. So within modules, Lucas, I've got to stop this one because I think I forgot to stop my first block. Today's kind of been a crazy day. So I've got to stop this Zoom meet and I'll restart it in about 1 minute, okay? Today's been a weird